let's get started. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. Come one, come all. From all lands, far and wide, strange yet dull. Wherever you may be, wherever you come from, wherever you are tuning in from the world. Hello. My name is Fives. I am your resident concubus, here to take you through a tale. And tonight's game is very special. This is a game that's very near and dear to my heart. This was in my days when I was forming and existing and learning what it means to become human. During my studies and what makes emotions, what makes things work. To find those secret words in your heart, that's always the hardest to find. The ones you can't tell, the ones you can't say out loud, the ones you don't want to forget, but the ones that will hear it for those who need to hear it most. This game is for you. In honor of Pride Month, thank you. Without further ado, I present to you Gone Home. Let me prep up the game and make sure it's working just fine. There. How's the audio? I think it should be fine. Graphics, max, full screen, all resolutions, FOV, no motion blur. We'll take that as it is. Controller sensitivity, sound, yes, gameplay, head bob, head reticle, gameplay, language, back. For those of you that don't know, this game is a walking simulator. You come back on a stormy night. So let's see. Let's go home, shall we? Yes. Arrow keys and mouse. Modifiers and commentary. Disable map, unlock all doors. Disable voice diaries, enable commentary. We're not gonna worry about any of that for now. Maybe another day I'll go through the commentary. For now, let's go with this one. I like this. This is very, very retro. From a time long since past. That is coming to return.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
June 7th, 1995, 1:15 a.m. And here we are, through the threshold of the doors of a place you once called home. So we're playing as Caitlin Greenbrier in Portland, arriving on on June 6, 1995. That's just a year before I started entering humanity's world. It's a very different time, the 90s, from what we have now. I wonder, is there a key here? There's a duck. A Christmas duck. Oh. Cute. Nothing we need right now. You can put that back. There it is. Beautiful. No, we don't need to turn on the lights. We'll be fine. Alright. Beautiful. Oh. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it's impossible. Please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you. Sam. Please don't go around trying to find out where I am. I don't want Mom and Dad to know. Well then. Looks like we have a mystery. We have to find out what happened. Where did Sam go? So by the sounds of it, Sam seems like our sibling. Directions to work for the new house. Left on Grabtree, right on Bullhorn. Exit the 47N, right onto 202E. Travel time 1 hour and 10 minutes. Wow. This is all before those Google Maps and Apple Maps came to existence and fruition. Oh. Takelma County Forest Service, Janice Greenbrier, Senior Conservationist. That must be her parent. Goodfellow High School. Beautiful. Over the Alps. A novel traveling game. Beautiful. Back then when board games were very, very important and rampant. Wellspring Movers Inc. Invoice. Terrence Greenbrier, 1888 Dry Creek Road. Descriptive shipment content. Kitchen, master bed, child's bed, overweight library, office, TVs, and attached worksheets.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Authors Magazine, 50 contests, Stephen King, critiques, art and feedback. Sam. Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel's a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is because he had a Nintendo when we were little.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam.
I wonder who that could be.
Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Someone was calling Sam her sister. Sam, Katie, Mom, Dad, Jamie. So that's us. That's the sister. That's the mom. And that's the dad. How beautiful. Family with 2 daughters. Oh, that door's open. World itinerary. Flight to Amsterdam. Nice. 1994. I remember that year when I went out for my studies, that when I was gone, it was definitely a big change in the house, in the home, in the world. Welcome, new student. We hope that you're as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes, so you can get right into the swing of things. 1 sturdy folder with pockets for each of your 6 class periods. 1 line notebook per period, or 1 large notebook with 6 divided sections. At least 6 pens, blue or black ink, and 6 pencils. 1 box of colored pencils. A standard combination lock for your sign locker. A nutritious lunch. Or $2.50 for lunch provided by the school cafeteria. A positive attitude. And please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before you are, and be ready for your first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon, and again, welcome, Beth Valence, the principal. How lovely. Do y'all remember that? Just having to go through the checklist before the school year starts. Everyone's frantically shopping. New pens, new notebooks, and the like. You humans are so beautiful with that. Just trying to find that piece of yourself. That thing that sets you apart for the year, that prepares you for the year.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl. Great.
Heavens to Betsy. The first day of school is always the roughest, especially when you move into a new area, new house. Hi Dad, hi Mom, and Sam. I'm in Paris. I've done one of the many Parisian things, including eat le petit déjeuner and wearing a beret. I'm going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you something from the Shakespeare Book Company, because you're my favorite sister. I love you all. Katie. That's nice. That's beautiful. Hello 90, hello and welcome. Welcome to Gone Home. This is one of the most important games I've ever played. That means everything. It's so beautifully done too. Obituary. Oscar Mason, 60 of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born September 8th, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in a pharmacy at a young age, and returned to Boone County. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. The service will be held this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 p.m. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terrence Greenbrier, as well as, in spirit, and the people of Boone County, whom he provided his wellness and comfort. I wonder who that could be. That doesn't look like either of us now, does it? Well, let's go find out what's going on in here. Let's not have a fan whirring in the background. The killing of JFK. A theory. You've seen the movie. Discover the truth. Have a good one. Aw, you 290. Thank you. Pioneer CLD, D703 combination laserdisc compact disc player. 1000. Oh my. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD-CD player, you'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular. And it just cuts short. Nothing good. Nope. I don't need that. You can do better. Back to basics. What if JFK wasn't JFK? Oh no. The secret's gonna be found out. What if JFK wasn't JFK? Where are we? Knock knock. Knock knock. Anyone home? Fresh, true stories. I was a teenage drag queen. Readers tell us about their worst moments. 90210. Does anybody still care? The Male Gaze. How to Subvert It. Sarah Holst. Not Gathering Moss. What an interesting book. A Stranger Under My Roof. Understanding teens. The teen years are fraught with a change of all types. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. But these changes don't just affect your teen. Your teen's turbulent years are a challenge for parents as well. Maybe the biggest challenge you've faced yet since having children. This book holds insights into your teen's behavior from the very beginning, as he or she first enters adolescence up through the end of teen years, or she enters young adulthood. Practical strategies are based on well-tested principles of pediatric psychology, presented by Dr. Elisa Medina herself, mother of 2 teenagers. Prepare to gain new tools for establishing productive, healthy, loving dialogue with the stranger under your roof. How lovely. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's a very, very learned family. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine, to cut back to it. Even it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of home theater aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot to say so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again, and everybody will be happy. Brent Kurtwood, Reviews Editor, Home Theater Aficionado Magazine. 0451. There's a code there. And to where does that code go? A mystery, you say? We must find out where that code goes. Where does it go? Oh, wait. Okay. I think I know where it is. It's been a long time since I've seen this story play out once more. But that's okay. You can take your time. Oh. Oh. 4, 5, 1. Nailed it. Kublik Wise Attorneys at Law. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed in your original document and a typed copy for your records The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Sincerely, Jeffrey Wise, Kublik Wise, Attorney at Law. The Will and Testament of Oscar Mason. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind, memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare that this my last will and testament, the following shall hold true upon my passing. Number 1. I declare I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. 2. I declare I have no outstanding debts to my name, to any creditors, living or dead. 3. I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at 1 Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts to Terrence L. Greenbrier, Jr., of Ellis County. In the event that said Terrence L. Greenbrier, Jr. should predecease me, then, and in such event, the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children, as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will on this 13th day of August, 1973, at the offices of Boone County Court Registrar, Oscar Mason. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, offer full survey of valued items to my name. I hereby declare this as my last will and testament. Oh. Interesting. Oh, it's just the full thing and then... That's quite a... So that means it's the grandfather. Hello? Anyone home? The matches are all gone.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Out in that region, Portland, the Pacific Northwest, it's very, very rainy out there. Cold and stormy. Dreary, but delightful. It's very close to nature, and I do miss that place so much so. Hi, Terry. Enclosed, please find a Pioneer CLD D703 unit with remote and cables, and a half-page review for the October issue. That gives you about 2 weeks to get us a copy of the edit. Standard stuff you gave us. It's a Columbi player. So check out CD playback with few discs as well as laserdisc, and they want us to definitely hit the signal-to-noise ratio on Toslink. Stuff for high-end buyers. Looking for you to take on it. Enjoy the unit. Dave. Back then, well, before we had all these current streaming services, we had things known as VHSs and CDs. And CDs were something new in the 90s. It wasn't as refined as Blu-ray is now. CDs back then, well, it took a lot to burn them, to put music on them, and let alone play movies on them too. It was like magic. TV listing: Family Matters, Unsolved Mysteries, Diagnosis Murder, Mantis, The Lucy Show, Strange Look, Boy Meets World, Bonnie Hunt Show, David's World, Theater of Blood, Chinatown, Step by Step, Picket Fences, and The X-Files. This was a time of TV where things were not always on demand, that you couldn't always get the shows that you wanted. The ones I recognize here, though: Family Matters, Unsolved Mysteries, and The X-Files. Boy Meets World. Those were my era. Those were a time when you would go home from school and catch up on what's happening out there. The mystery of who's dating who, or the mysteries of the world. What lies beyond. How delightful. So imaginative, all of you. Girl Scout, role model. Let's give it a listen. Ooh. There was a whole third section to this. I didn't know that. Beautiful. What a song. And so the 90s was an era of punk rock, of grunge. It was an era of trying times, an era of fighting, an era of uncertainty, an era of fatigue. The collective anger was rising by the people inside. But right now it's the people inside that we need to know about a little bit more. Bratmobile. Nice. I love that. During my time and studies in the human world, I did come to learn about the different genres of rock and roll. And in the 90s, this existed as the Rebel Girl era. Rebel, G-R-R-L. Rebel Girl. Yeah. Making friends when you're shy. Sam thought this might help. Dad. Feeling lonely. It's a piece of cake to make friends. Never worry again about having friends to spend time with. This book will teach you to make friends. even when you're shy.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Back then, before everyone had their own consoles and personalized computers filled with libraries and libraries of endless games, there would be places like arcades, laundromats, a 7-Eleven even, and they would have arcade machines where kids would go after school and spend their quarters to play a little bit of a game for a couple minutes. Simpler times. Much simpler times. Haunters and poltergeists. Find the truth behind stories that were familiar, even to our pagan ancestors. Discover how to tell a hoax from a genuine haunting, how to categorize and understand strange phenomena you may encounter. Learn about the unhappy spirits that share the earth with us, and what they can teach us about our connection with the natural world. It seems like they're having a spooky movie party here. But that punk rock girl with the army uniform. Maybe that's who we saw in there. Well, let's find out some more, shall we? It's that book that Dad wrote. The Accidental Savior. November 21st, 1963. John Russell knows that the president's life hangs in the balance. But who would believe him? Not just another James Bond. A high-class political thriller. The 90s was a time of very, very different politics. Civility, hostility, volatility. What a time. Terry. Hey man, how you been? I know you're a published author and everything now. My editor at Hi-Fi Aficionado has too much review work to go around, and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it's been trying to find a publisher for your latest work of literature. And writing stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some records, write up how it sounds, and then get paid. I have included some miscues of the mag to use as examples. If you're interested, send some writing samples to my editor, and tell him your old college chum Mike sent you. Here's the address. Do it, Mike. In a time before texting, in a time before instant messaging, in a time before Discord kittens, to reach out to your old friends and those closest to you, you had to manually deliver what you wanted to say, and you don't get any do-overs. You had to wait. You had to wait weeks, days, before you can actually hear back, or if you don't meet up in person. What a time. Different, for sure. The Heaven at the Edge of the World, Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2. Story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday, she'd find the edge, and get to the paradise there. And she heard a cannon fire. Boom. It was a black pirate ship shield. I thought we lost them at Horse Island, the first mate said. Looks like you got through soon. The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled, Captain Allegra, you're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar. Captain Allegra yelled back. Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile? Maybe, the first mate yelled out. We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see the father was no liar. Keep the battle going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. Now west, she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. That's so cute. It's little things like this that really make the game so special. Beautiful. Well, at least now we're slowly getting the house lights on. We'll leave that there for now. What's this? Hey, are you the new girl, Sam? I'm Tommy. I'm at the back behind you. Wave if you get this one right back. Hi, Tommy. Yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm new. What's up? I just thought since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, and so I thought I'd ask something if you don't mind. Yes or no? I don't mind. What did you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the family? Kids are so cruel sometimes. Sometimes they're so insensitive. At least she ripped up the note. Coupons. United States Development of Agriculture. Northwest region to describe burns, procedures, and precautions. Yes, in that area in the northwest, it tends to catch fire very often. What do we have here? What's in the closet? A lid. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your home. He has missed having this friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could send Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time playing those games anyways. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to her house to visit any time. Mary shoots.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Default friends. Yes. And that's a common story that was around in the 80s and the 90s. In your time in the world, my dear beauties. Where you lived in a small town, and that was where you were going to be the rest of your life, for the most part. You finish high school, you might go to the local college, get a degree, and pick up a trade that's near you. I like that folder. Look at that. That's a very pretty folder. Reproductive System Worksheet 6. Directions below are 2 stories. The events are all out of order. Get a sheet of lined paper, choose one of the 2 stories, and rewrite it. You in the title and your name. Find a topic sentence to begin your paragraph. Put the sentences in chronological order, and make sure the last sentence is a good statement. The menstrual cycle. It travels through the fallopian tube. The ovary releases the ovum, and 2 weeks later, since the lining of the uterus is not needed for pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. If the egg doesn't meet the sperm, it dissolves. While the ovum is developing, the lining of the uterus is going back, thick and soft. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. The menstrual cycle, a novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1939, Asa Glatt stares out the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Walen in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. As this train approaches its destination, her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then, there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Where the wheezing steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station, a whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out towards her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock, and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault by the German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and the time, Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind. His legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. As the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop, one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It's incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. See me. Oh my. That is very well written, honestly. For a high school freshman, that's actually very well written. That is very well written. In how it keeps the context of historical while still meeting the biological. That's beautiful.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be through. Now that it's happened, I just can't believe it's true. I've done the best I could to keep from feeling blue. Can't get you off my mind. What am I gonna do?
Voodoo, mildew, and shandu.
Why, Daddy, I didn't know you were.
I'm right here looking at you, honey. If it ain't me, it's my shadow.
Do you think I sent you far away
I ain't been nowhere.
from me? I thought you'd stay away from me.
Trying to cut-
But hopelessly you got me down. You left your voodoo all around.
I left my trunk in town.
I got a need for you.
Yeah,
Thought I killed the craze for you.
I hear you.
I dug my heart a grave for you. Your kisses keep on haunting me. Their memory won't let me be.
Yeah,
I got a need for you.
I wish you had a weed for me.
Oh, tell me why. Why must I think about you? Oh, Daddy, tell me why. Can I live without you? Da-da-da-dee, run it high. Oh, no one else would do for me. And nothing else but you for me. You've got me craving night and day. Come back and take these blues away.
I'm gonna take your pay away.
Then play me some trumpet in your original way.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Let's take a moment to appreciate this.
Oh, baby, tell me why must I think about you? Da-da-da-dee, da-da-da-da. Oh,
Welcome,
tell me
guys.
why
Hello.
can I live
Hello, beautiful. Welcome. Let me finish the song first, and we shall meander.
You've got me craving
I know the music is a bit loud.
take my blues away.
For an indie game, this is very well done.
I'm
Currently
about you
settling down for
now.
bed. Good. Get cozy. This is a very lovely game. There we go. There was a time when I explored a lighthouse somewhere beyond the sea, and the music there they played, filled with jazz and trumpets of that sound. Another me from another timeline has been in there and fought and found the secrets held within that city below the sea. However, both of these games share the atmosphere dark and dour, dreary yet delightful, don't you think? So yes. So go on ahead, get cozy as we explore and find the mystery of what happened. Where has our sister gone? From the desk of Donald Fripp's publisher to Mr. Terrence Greenbrier. It's good that you're settling down for bed. Let my voice soothe you. Relax now, as the day winds to an end, and a new day dawns to begin anew. I am here, right beside you. I write to inform you that unfortunately, Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication on the second book in hopes of John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Oh my. I see. The Accidental Pariah. A message from our future saved the President's life once. Within the next 24 hours, there will be another attempt, and lines of communication are down. Oh, what a dream it would be to have a room like this in an estate so large. A room just for TV, one just for music to enjoy. Hi, Lonnie. If you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too. Hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet at the parking lot after 6. Yeah, I'm totally in. I'll see you there. And I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready. You. Cute. Look at that.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Cute. That's so cute. It doesn't translate to the wild. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam. Wait, what? Please tell Mom sorry. So let's go back. Just to see that photo once more of that friend. So that's Lonnie. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Of course it is the punk girl. Hell yeah. What's this? Katie, wherever you found, don't tell mom and dad. The attic. Well, now we know where we gotta go. So we can't go that way. There must be a key somewhere. Boarding pass. The map. The journals. The front porch. The music room. Good. Well then, let's go back and explore the other wing of the house. Mansion, estate. The location of which we're in. Phone book. Read letter. Dear Jan, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room we shared freshman year when we were miserable, fantasizing about our dream homes? I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play them. Seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. We just got a new vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. So how are the girls doing? Has Kate left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, right back soon. I miss you, Rumi. Aw, that's nice. That's sweet. That's beautiful. That's some good penmanship right there, too. That's good. Friendships that can last a long time are really good friendships. What is this? Cute. Hecho in Mexico. Regional track and field finals. Nice. Can we go this way? That's locked. I guess we gotta go upstairs then. Let's go. Control burn scheduled for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County for a better part of next week as part of a Forestry Service-run controlled burn of overgrowth sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday, depending on the speed of progress, according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation, it can lead to wildfires in the drier months. The operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier. Oh, there's our mom in the game. That's lovely. So for those that aren't too familiar with how the redwoods and forestry works here in this magical land of United States, we need to control burns to make sure that the forests don't overgrow themselves. So firefighters will do controlled burns out in the regions to make sure that all the underbrush will be gone and destroyed. A comb. Personal calendar. Couples bowling. Cooking class, take apron, ballroom dancing. Couples bowling, cooking class, ballroom dancing. Cooking class, ballroom dancing. Cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. Cute. Temporary personnel transfer. Bruce Pendleton, head of state personnel. To aid the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective 9/2/94. Please see attached file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, senior conversationalist Janice Greenbrier, is charged with the supervision of all transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation as well as the recommendation of the overseeing officer. Beautiful. Ooh. Ratmobile by Potty Mouth. Uh-oh. Hold on. For Sam. Oh. Love thing, backstab. Oh.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
That's one of the best things in life. When you slowly find that one person, everything just clicks and feels so right. Radiation area, keep out. Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house. You're as bad as your sister. Daniel canceled again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Daniel called. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old and am therefore independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going to the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own like a human being. And since you may also remember that, I have my own car now. You can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Yeah, there is that level of it's not fair when it comes to it. Sometimes you just get those old... And that's some good texture work right there. That is some prime Unity texture work right there. Ah. Hold on. Adventurous the cat returns. Beautiful. Oh, cool. It's Bratmobile. Let's enjoy something.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the weather. We're gonna be good all day. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna walk away. I don't wanna hear how many friends you have. I don't have any anymore. I don't want you to tell me what's so cool. I don't wanna go back to junior high school. I don't want anyone to tell me how thin I am. I don't wanna talk to a fucking candy creep. Okay, this is a pulling part of the heart, and it's like new wave, you know. I just wanna be one of the boys. I just wanna be your little best friend. Let's hang out and be cool, alright. Let's go watch the girl fight tonight. I don't have to try on your little ass. I make jokes to all your cats. I can take a pie and lift you up and down. I can throw your heart right out of this town. See, I don't know you always telling me what's so cool about what I'm wearing. Then you can't even tell me how you feel, and you can't even be my friend for real.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Absolutely. Read codes. Chun-Li moves. Oh, hey, look at that. Fireball. Hold left, right, punch. Lightning is kick, 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 kick. Helicopter kick, down, hold down, up, kick. Air stomp, down, medium kick while jumping. Yep. Before we had dual monitor setups, we would just write down the cheat codes on a piece of paper and have to memorize it. What a beautiful time. Oh yes. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love these. Oh, I love optical illusions like that. Cute, look at that little sticker with a fly. It's a fly. Journey of Crystal. Super Spitfire. Nice. Knock knock. Wait. Man, Sam had this thing in like 4th grade. That's adorable. Mitten. Oh. It had a pet cat. Or a dog, maybe. Got your number. Cute. Board games are definitely a great pastime. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy gherkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and her first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line to the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable, thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moan began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. The king's cursed voice, the hairs on Captain Allegra's arms stood in the end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeleton in rotted robes, the king was hunched over a blue orb, toppling his royal scepter. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one. The cracks in the cave walls pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I'll draw his attention, and then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know the dealing of mystic energies like these. I will circle the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by his invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It's a good plan. Perhaps we should go together." First mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread onto the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs. The first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no, no." The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst in danger. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop, then turned and ran, the king chasing her after witnessing the distressing speed. For some dark passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. Allegra ran, following the line, and came to its end. The umbilical thread dangled limply, its end frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran, Ran. Very compelling. She's a really good storyteller. Sam takes after her dad very well in that. That's amazing. Did you all ever have lockers like this back when you were in school? Where you had to remember the combinations, left a couple numbers, right a couple numbers, left a couple numbers again. Oh, what a time. Collages. My goodness. Have you ever done a collage before? Cutting up a magazine to make a picture happen. Those are always so fun. I'll have to find the number later. Samantha Greenbrier, shop metalwork and engraving. Not a challenging assignment, metal plaque for family portrait. Reasonable subject but not complex. Said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names. I did not just mean just add them beneath. Acceptable leveling on the edges. Show more pride and work. Grab Steggy? Stelly. It's a Stegosaurus. Look at that. It's a Steggy. That's so cute. It's Steggy. Soundgarden, exclusive interview, Tool, and Rage Against the Machine. Kurt Cobain, 1967 to 1994. Kurt Cobain was definitely the voice of a generation. His voice, his sheer anger, raw, brutal, truthful. Once in every generation, there comes a singer who helps bring a voice and just brings out the energy of the era. Kurt Cobain, Michael Jackson, Chester Bennington. Voices of an era long gone past, that their words live and carry on from the songs they've sang and the lyrics they've written, reaching out to the hearts who need it most, the ones who ail, the ones who celebrate, the ones who hurt. Patti Smith, Biohazard, Dinosaur Jr., Lemonheads, Ice Cube, AIDS in Africa, Soul Asylum Live, Eddie Vedder and Weezer. Murder of Straight Edge, Max and Martrine. It's funny that Straight Edge is brought up here. In this time era in history, after the flower power movement of the 60s and 70s, straight edge, the more squares, the bland, the ones who are not cut against the cloth, the ones who follow the grain, the American dream, and yet yearn and want for more. Fascinating, don't you think? However, straight edge is 100% valid for those who do wish to follow that path. Be you. Live your life as you do. Just too good by those who stand beside you. What is this? A brochure, you say? Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Mrs. Baylock. Reed College, one of the nation's most lauded private liberal arts and science universities, is proud to announce its 14th annual summer program for young scholars. This program invites students of grade 10 and 11 to attend lectures, workshops, and discussions covering a wide variety of intellectual pursuits. By focusing on small group sessions and close faculty-student interactions, the program encourages young minds to thoroughly explore areas of growth and enrichment as they approach the threshold of higher education. Beyond the benefits of the program itself, 3 students from each track will be offered a full scholarship for their first year at Reed. If they decide to attend the university full-time as undergraduates and are accepted by Reed's admissions board, educators at student schools have been provided with documentation outlining specific requirements for each track and processes for submitting portfolios and applications. Students accepted the program will be explored at the beginning of the calendar year, 1995. Explore and learn. Finding that higher education after school is difficult. Definitely in the time of finding yourself. Once you're out of that first initial era of schooling, we've always been told to just go into higher education. That is the best option. And that the most learning you'll find outside a classroom setting. For some, that works. For others, the school of hard knocks is a lesson that is learned very well in the difficulties of just finding what works best for you. The 4 years that follow high school is a different time. Those first 4 years help you find who you are as a person. This is why we say once you're out of high school, you're only just beginning. When you're starting to get the grasp of who you are and who you exist as and who you are becoming and are meant to be. That is the after high school experience. Milius. Civic Institute of Art Exhibition. That's beautiful. And a pirate flag. I like that. Hey Sam, you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? Came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it. So it's either good or you can make fun of him for liking it. Mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so it's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. I think Todd's going to come see it again. You can say it's if that's okay. Something okay? Don't barf. Alright, see you then. In today's day and age of technology, the art of handwriting is such a lost art, where it is easy to just copy and paste and type in text. To write is to give your own personal touch to your words, to give it meaning from voice to hand. The conscious kinetic transference. Plant. Hold on. I know the code is here somewhere to the locker. I just don't remember where it is. Is it 1017? Nope. Where would I find... Where did I find the locker code? It's not under the bed, is it? 1965. Exciting new Bother 150. A bike with speed, style, aggressive, yet up and go. The Brother 150's reliable 4-stroke engine produces speeds that will surprise you. The 2.5-gallon tank provides the ability to ride longer. 1965. Vintage vehicles are always the best. A crumpled note. Disciplinary referral form from Yolanda DeSoto. Lonnie. Oh, so that's Lonnie's name, Yolanda. Mr. Benchley observed Miss DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image in front. A large beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Miss DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. Miss DeSoto was given the option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Miss DeSoto chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer, and no answering machine. Miss DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father. Signed, Lonnie D. Interesting. So it seems that Lonnie is very... also against the system, authority resistant. Hi Lonnie, I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing. I decided, write me back. Here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. All the cool kids are doing is actually sending each other pages on their beepers, but we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. Your drawing of cats is good. That maybe added a background made it better. Maybe just stick to writing though. I like it. How do you know they're about to get abducted by aliens? Look at Mr. Fish right now. I feel like he probably would have a lot of cats. Also, I like this secret shame that he watches 90210 religiously. I'm gonna ask him about the cats after class. Because he has 2 cats and also he's never watched 90210. I can see his eyes was lying. 90210 was definitely a specific show from our era. I wasn't part of that. That was a little bit after me. That was a little bit before me. But yeah. Where would the combination be? Maybe it's 1965. Nope. Huh. Oh no. It's gonna bug me where I'm gonna find this code. Oh no. Where am I gonna find this code? Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Okay. We're gonna have to figure this out. There's another door over here. Oh, it's the bathroom. What's in the bathroom? Toothpaste. I knew it. Yep, the usual bathroom supplies. And a crime scene. Semi-permanent hair dye. Not tested on animals. That's good.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Young love. That's so beautiful. And that's the thing about that kind of love. Delicate, slow, personal. That's something you can't replace. Nice. What are we doing looking through the drawers for? Earth, wind, and fire. Beautiful. Unknown Dimensions literature. Dear Mom, Dad, and Sam, I'm at the channel. This is my second passage through the channel. I'm on my way back from London. This time I'm going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London. I was excited about the channel. London was great, Dad. I know you've always wanted to visit, and I really think you should. You'd love it. If all you wanted to come back here was the family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Love y'all. Katie. Aww. Yes, the channel. Oh, look at that. What's that? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid future. Oh. All the President's Men. Ah. Good old VHS tapes. It seems that this has been ransacked. But why, though? Mitten. Cute. Dear Jan, oh honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel. Bob and I had our own down periods. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. You get used to each other. You live your own lives in the same house. Then the kids grow up. They go away. I'm sorry, this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry. Terry will go over whatever's distracting him, and things will go back to normal. And as for Sam being distant, that's a teenager for you. Nothing to worry about. In the meantime, this controlled burn, that sounds like quite the adventure. But let's cut to the chase. This new ranger they sent. That's what I want to hear about. Ranger Rick. You gotta be kidding me. It's too perfect. You have to tell me everything and send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry's out of the slump. And in the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. Oh, Carol. You sweet thing. Always in on the latest gossip. Cute! Yeah, that's definitely a vintage family photo at its best. Oopsies. Yeah. Take your time. I'm glad to have it in good hands, Rick. That's good. What's in this one? It's the bathroom. This reminds me a lot of, what's it called? Of, Outlast. Just because it's still in the same vein of a Unity game. Oh, cute watercolor technique. Are you a watercolorist looking to improve your skills? So is Bradford Gregory once. Since he began painting with watercolors at the age of 40, he's gone on to win countless awards in national and international exhibitions. Now with watercolor technique for florals and still lifes, he shares his years of watercolor experiences with you. This book doesn't case the list of rules, principles and concepts that will lead you down the path of fulfilling your personal potential as an artist. Lovely. That's good. Something I've come to learn in recent times is just reading for yourself, being able to just pick up a book and finding the motivation to do it for yourself. That's something that's very difficult to do. It's a very specific discipline to have and to achieve. Ugh. After the honeymoon, you're discovering your spouse personally, spiritually, sexually. You're discovering your spouse. It may seem inevitable that the spark you and your spouse shared on your honeymoon should fade over time, but it doesn't have to be. Reverend Alexander Michaels shows you how to rekindle your fire once you've had. Part 1 provides simple steps to reopen lines of communications. between you and your spouse, allowing you to face the problems you share as partners instead of rivals. Part 2 leverages the Reverend's decades of service to God, helping you connect with a higher power. You'll draw strength from spirituality you may not even know you have. Part 3 offers a number of fresh and exciting ideas for the bedroom, including a few that may surprise you. Reserves a passion for your spouse to run deep. You just have to know where to look. Reverend Michaels will show you the way. Fascinating. That is something very difficult for a lot of heteronormative monogamous relationships. I throw a lot of words out there, but that is the situation and the truth into which that sometimes that fire does die down. That love, that heat, that passion that you first share when you're swamped with responsibility, it becomes so heavy and burdensome that you cannot be the power that you were once before, and it changes, it evolves, and it grows into something else. Katie, Mom and Dad were gonna make up a guest room for you to stay over the summer. We just came home on such short notice that we weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Sam. Samantha Greenbrier's journal. Ghost hunting journal. August 31st, 1994. 1:19 a.m. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? No, I was not wearing my glasses. September 3rd, 1994, 12:44 a.m. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello. I did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. 1994, 4:11 p.m. Poured milk from a carton fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour milk. Milk was just bought yesterday. Moo. Ghost. Ooh. Also ghost milk. 1994, 11:24 p.m. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly begin to feel cold. I feel the protected pillow fort. Oh, so that's where that pillow fort came from. October 22nd, 1994, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Lonnie and I employ a Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. 1994 to 10 p.m. to October 29th, 4 a.m. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night to help patrol the premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remain unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in attic, probably due to leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. Cute. Hey Sam, you were asking about my JROTC ribbons man. Here's a handy guide. Orienteering. This means the Army thinks I can find my way around. Rifle team. The Army has branded me as a certified killing machine. Adventure training. I'm a bored adventuress. No borders can hold me. The Armory recognizes this. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do. Lonnie D. That's cute. Yes. For those that don't know, there is a way to join, to kind of get training for military endeavors called the ROTC. Do not ask me what the ROTC stands for. I do not remember what it means. Hold on. I'm going to try to find where the code is for that thing. It's going to bug me if I don't find, like, the locker code. Otherwise, I'm going to look it up, and I don't want to do that, and that's so rude. Also, pardon me, I need some water. I've been talking for almost an hour and a half straight, going through this story. It's not there. I know it's here somewhere. I just can't find it. Well, Guess we're gonna keep moving. What's in this room? A painting room. Performance evaluation. Richard Pettermark. Supervisor by Jean Greenbrier. Knowledge 5. Communication 5. Work ethic 5. Overall 5. Hi, that's I. Mistress Fives. Pleasure. Ranger Pettermark has been indispensable during the course of pre-described burn, preparation, and execution. I believe his expertise and dedication has been the deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. In the opinion of Flintlock Forest staff, Rick's contributions to daily operations have become essential to the outfit's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting his permanent reassignment to this facility. Beautiful. So you can tell the mom is very, very passionate about her work as a ranger. Halloween show, Misfits. They're awesome. Don't forget your costume. See you there. Beautiful.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Love is love. Love is love. And there's just that gut instinct that you know that it feels right. Heavens to Betsy, nothing can stop me. Rock and roll. Hell yeah. I remember my days when I was studying on Earth in that university era. I would do that same thing after I would go out to town after studying. buy some comic books, check out the music shop. Oh my. Opal LaRue wildfire. He saved her from the raging flames, and the things are really heated up. Oh my. Hold on. I need some light. Where can I find some light? Opal LaRue is one of the most distinctive writers in her genre. A tour de force wildfire is a uniquely beautiful display of LaRue's talent. Anne Maloney. Beautiful. Oh ho. Magic. That's awesome. Cool. Aww. Cute. Bonnie. Holy crap, I was in the library and I noticed something in the corner. I found a secret passage and it had Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. Oh my god, I have to see this. We're skipping 6th? Mom and Dad's room, closet to the library. Oh. Lovely. Aww, cute. That's so cute. Actually, I do have something special for this that I can put on. Maybe later though. I do have more outfits available that I will save for future endeavors and debuts and whatnot. On behalf of the formidable practice. Do not enter if red lights are on. Interesting. The dastardly and the devious. The delightful and the distraught. Oh, this is gonna bug me. Where am I gonna find— wait a minute. I know it's here somewhere. I remember it was like on one of these doors. Wait. There's gotta be something here. I know it. Oh no, it's gonna be one of those situations. Aww. Cute. Okay. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing here, nothing there. Come on, I know there's something here. Where is it? I know the locker code is somewhere in this room. I've seen it before and it's gonna bug me. Chat, is it okay if I cheat on this? Please, just this once. I'm just gonna see where it is, but I'm not gonna enact upon it if it's too close. I for the sake of time, I really want to. On home, locker code, location. I see. Okay. It's scripted. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's go find that secret room that they were talking about. Oh. Cool, that's spooky. As a goal in life, this is actually something that I really want to have in a future domicile of mine. To have all these hidden passageways and doors that lead into different places. Oh. Lovely. Ghost Hunter's House Investigation Log. Main compartments found 3. Library, upstairs hall, and the foyer. Evidence of the supernatural discovered 0. Library connects to the foyer. Upstairs hall. Oh. We're back here. Aha. The Misfits. Nice.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, I really like you.
Yes.
I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Yes. Just yes. That's pure love right there. Delicate, warm, accepting. Things that matter most. Oh. That's there. Okay, so they said the hall, the foyer. Got that one. Oh. Okay, hold on. We gotta go back up to Sam's room then. We missed one. You know what? If there's the one that's right there next to the foyer, that's all good. Because then we can grab this one, circle back, and circle up. Nice and easy, right? $50-1. Property of Sam, keep private. Turn right 3 times, stop it. So end this 5-0. Private, do not read. Heaven, at the edge of the world. Green Glacier. Samantha Greenbrier, 9th grade. Allegra and her scouting party peered down warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from the perch high in the forest branches, mere feet away. Sunlight shone brightly off the inner ice walls as the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. We have to hurry. The party followed behind, moving quietly as a breeze through the greenery. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian upon her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted no, and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. The first mate screamed as she fell toward the water and splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She'd been a moment too late. But then, from the vat, something began to emerge. A head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's, and the shoulders and sleeves of a coat, soaking wet. But as the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw what the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, one looked back at her were eyes, the face, the hair, and hands and body of a woman, still in the first mate's clothes. Still the first mate, she spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain?" The Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and the crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." That's beautiful. Oh, pardon me. Jordan Joes? Hello, welcome. How have I been? I've been fantastic. It is Pride Month, and we are celebrating by playing Gone Home, a lovely walking simulator where we uncover the mysteries of where our sister has gone. We've come back home from our trip in the Netherlands, and so now we aim to figure out what... Ah, there it is. Haha, the secret. Ouija board. No thank you. As much as I realm in the realm of spirits, I do not wish to open a portal directly to them. It's not the best idea, in all honesty. Although I roam between the many realms, this is not. My cat's name is Jose, but you can call me JJ. Well, welcome to the stream, JJ. Happy Pride Month, and happy Sunday. I hope you're having a lovely night. Who are you? Oscar. What do you want? To come back? There it is. I'll leave that one there. Oh, 5, 0, 1. Got it. Cute. Cute. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so cute.
Lonnie came over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. That's beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Love is the most purest emotion that you can have. Especially when you find something like that. It's so good. Seeing your VTuber reminded me of my VTuber. I made it for a friend, but after my PC crashed, I lost all of my data. I understand that. Sometimes losing things can be the worst feeling, and sometimes having to restart from scratch is even more difficult. But that's okay. Basement key added. They stole some clothes. Magazine for Men, The Great UFO Cover-Up, Shannon Dotree, exclusive interview, David Griffin, Gillian Anderson. Oh my. Did I make this VTuber myself? I did, actually, yes. Thank you for asking. It took me a minute. But yes, I've built this avatar. I actually have multiple forms. This is just the spring nymph version. I have a more elegant, graceful one, and then one just for adventuring. However, the adventure one I will save to debut for more virtuous games, so to speak. Where games that require me to be a little bit more active. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'd be happy to showcase the full model later, after we're done with this game, on the in-between time. For now, I would like to just finish this story. And I can answer and share all things you'd like to ask and know about. But yes, it's a simple VRide though. I also have different avatars that I use for VRChat that all are pieces of different representations of me. And now, everything is coming together. As we can see from our dear sister Sam. Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. So now we're coming back. And let's find our way to the attic. Sam's story has become more and more clear now to us. We must know what happened between Sam and Lonnie. Because something doesn't sound right. Let's continue forward, shall we? Into the basement. Spooky. Scary. Eerie. Chippy. Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes. It was also weird being around your parents for that long. It was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad to not be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confidant, Lonnie D. Dear Miss DeSoto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such kind and gracious host. Pardon me. Let me try that again. Dear Miss DeSoto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate, allowing the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events. I must say, especially appreciate the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a lovely woman with a sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again same time next year, shall we? Madam Samantha L. Greenbrier Esquire. So cute. And that natural chemistry, that blend of inside jokes. Cute. That's beautiful.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around, well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Yes. Yes. Forbidden love. In the time in the 90s, something like that was very taboo, very discreet. Something you don't mention or bring up Talented, lighthearted, important, nice. Reproductive worksheet, menstrual cycle. The ovum is developing, the lining of the uterus is lifting. Oh. It dissolves 2 weeks later. A direct. Apparently the sisters had a similar assignment, but different approaches to it. A boiler. That's cool. Dear Samantha Greenbrier, I'd like to congratulate you on your acceptance to the creative writing track of Reed College Summer Program for Young Scholars, 1995 session. Based on your portfolio and academic record, we are also pleased to offer you a financial aid to cover 75% of the summer program's tuition and fees. The attached documentation contains specifics regarding your schedule, optional secondary track sessions, and your dormitory assignment. We very much look forward to your participation in the summer program, and again, congratulations. Julie Morris, Head of Admissions.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
The trials and tribulations of love between the creator and the warrior. 2 hearts, 2 different worlds, 2 different futures. One full of hope, one full of training and skill. Both filled with passion and desires and dreams. Richard Greenbrier, PhD. This is one of Granddad's books. Joyce, a complete understanding. Interesting. One of Dad's books. Something stuck to it? From the desk of Richard Greenbrier, PhD. Dear Terrence, thank you for sending me a copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a momentous occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognize my son in the subject matter. The author's work is the externalization of that which he holds dear, and that which he fears. And in this respect, I believe your work was successful. But the lens through which the personal shone was needlessly clouded by genre cliches, an implausible dime-tone science-fictional deus ex machina. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal of this publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily. But I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better. With a father's love and encouragement, Richard Greenbrier, PhD. I think that's mom's citizenship stuff. Certificate of Naturalization. The Janice Elizabeth Conley Greenbrier, residing at 1010 Fifth Avenue, Seattle, Washington, intends to reside permanently in the United States. It's compiled with the applicable provisions and certificate of national. Yay! Congratulations. Horace Culver, Clerk of U.S. District Court. 1972. That's pretty cool. It's, that's something that's challenging of the differences in generation. Mason's Pharmacy. I don't know what that is. that leads somewhere else. We're not done here just yet. There's a very specific one here that I know of. Yolanda de Soto. Miss Samantha Greenbrier. Dear Sam, I'm so happy you like the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico, I think. Probably. Nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate, lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. Then I think of them together, out there in the wilderness, together. And I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed, and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we can go together again. I haven't done a good job, okay? But I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got me through the day. Before we start driving back north, we'll be racing this letter home. And if I get home first, we can read it together. So yes, I'm making tons of photos. You have to spend so much time together in the dark room. Tu amor, Lani. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. I love this game for that reason. So so much of that. My heart yearns. X-ray specs. Cute. Uh-huh. It's like a drug. The first time I was in my room in the middle of the night, I woke up and Lonnie was kissing me. Okay. Nope. Oh no. I'm a little bit of the devious type. I shall read you. Or maybe not, even. The clock said 3:13. Her face was spectral in its dim red light. Then I could only feel her. It was different than any time I'd done it myself. When I had us swimming, I felt disembodied, transported, bodily, like being caught in a powerful current, having no control and wanting none. It broke, and I didn't want anything but it again, like a drug. Strategy. Sleepovers are good, but there have been close calls. The basement is good, but cold and smells. My car is good, but risk your skill and cramped. Someday we won't have to sneak around anymore. Senwald Fine Jewelry. Samantha Greenbrier. Cute. Two half heart pending. Ellen S. That's beautiful. Hold on. Oh. There's more to explore, you say? Well, let's enjoy some music before we continue on. think the thunder added to the ambience of that song. Don't you think? Girl Scout. Self. Hell yeah. Rock and roll, girls. Rock and roll. This is why I love the punk aesthetic and just the style, because of just how much it really focuses on the self and the expression thereof and therein. Sonic Youth. Oh, there's a lot to explore here. Okay. Okay, hold on. We need to go back really quick. Pardon me, sorry. When it comes to this one, I always forget where and when things are. Also, Girl Scout, the band formerly known as Cub Scout, set list. Nice. Hell yeah.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
Yes. 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 That's so beautiful. Oh. Okay. I guess the store is just for the firewood. We'll have to figure out that combination later. So that's their punk band, huh? Hell yeah. You go, sister. You got this. Hearing that, it reminds me of when I was enjoying the Adventure Time series, following through. It reminds me of Marceline. Where does this go? I'll go there later. Wait a minute. Mason's Pharmacy. 19. Oh wait, 1963. Oh, that's the code to the safe. Let's go find out what's inside the safe first. 1963. See, sometimes it just pays to be observant. Hello, Catalano. Let's Go in the Garden is my favorite song. Yes. Let's go in the garden. There'll be something waiting right there where you left it, lying upside down. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Oil of clove. Oscar Mason, Boone County, Arbor Hill. Return to sender. Dear sister, I write what shall be my last appeal to go unanswered, one way or another. I feel a prisoner as on an island with no jailer, no human soul for commune, only one mind, examining itself endlessly, endlessly, searching for relief. In the years since transgression, I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith, I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrificed to prove my commitment, however I can imagine. Since mother's passing, I have yearned for nothing more than the acknowledgement of my own kin, to be treated as human again, to breathe the air of human spirit once more. By grace, even a wretch like me could be saved, but I do not expect it. If not response is received, I shall henceforth accept my sentence, and one day simply cease to be. With the brother's love always, Oscar Mason. I see. That seems to be a common theme in this family. A story of love. A love's family for one another. A love story of friendship. A love story of friendship running to something more. And the love of the power of siblings. Oh. Oh. That's so cute. Also, I didn't say hello, Catalando. Welcome, beautiful. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a lovely night. Welcome to Gone Home. This game has been a very near and dear one to my heart. I want to explore it thoroughly. Oh. Oh. The Psycho House Girl. The cool stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number 1. Everyone in the hall thinking you don't want to know they're looking at you, and whispering as you walk partly because you haven't heard peripheral. That's a lie. Mom and Dad situation was so worth it. Oh. Even one girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. That's a story I haven't heard yet. Oh. Samantha Greenbrier, from Principal Sheldon Grossman. Dear Mrs. Greenbrier, I appreciate the time and effort you have put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but has not changed my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for this part in their incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there's no one to punish. I was just letting this issue drop, as only bringing more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. Sincerely, Principal Sheldon Grossman.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
This is why this game is important to me. Right here. As someone who lives more than 2 lives, who experiences the world in so many ways, shaped in love, and living 2 different worlds, where one has to protect the other. But your true self shows when you do protect that other. That the truest self can shine and be something beautiful Something more. The atmosphere is so beautiful, but also sort of stressful. I like that feeling everything is nice, but in the back of your head, you know something is about to happen. It doesn't help that there's a rainstorm, no. Let me see. Sound, music. There. There we go. I think that should do it better. Now the lightning won't be so loud. It doesn't help that my sensitivity on my mouse is incredibly high. Asterisk, I'm not a gamer. I'm not an FPS gamer. Asterisk. Women outlaws. Hell yeah. The wipers. Hell yeah. Revolution girl. This one's for you, Grossman. Had enough. Heard enough. Kicking head, kicking against the patriarchy. Hell yeah. Girl justice, kicking against the patriarchy. Cute. Yes. Our zines, our mixtape. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Bikini Kill. That's one of the developing punk rock bands. Yeah, that I can understand. Guardian angels up above, bless this house with lots of love. And that is what this house is filled with. So much love. Let me go back upstairs once more. I feel like I missed something here. Going this way. But yes, I'll try to move a little bit more delicately as to not cause more stress. Oh! Oh, we're back here. Okay. Okay, we don't need to come back here now. We can continue forward. That's the funny part. Sometimes if you want to find everything, you just need to be a little bit thorough. That's okay. Beautiful. Offer of promotion. Dr. Head Conservationist Greenbrier. Due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operations last year, the services needed for experienced personnel to direct regional operations, we'd like to offer you the position of Regional Conservation Management Director, responsible for operations throughout Northwest Oregon. Your post would no longer be the Flintlock National Forest. Instead, you would work the Regional Management Office, located at 128 Bullhorn Road. Your assistance would be sought in selecting a ranger to fill your former post. Please respond as soon as possible regarding your decision. En español. What's that? Froth. Don't worry. I just meant it as the vibe of the game in general. Absolutely. Absolutely. This was at a time where Amnesia was at its height. BioShock was the pioneer. And now we have this. And honestly, you could say there is a horror element to this game. The horror of not being true and not knowing oneself. Discovery is the best part of any mystery. To learn something new, something better, and something beautiful. Hey Lonnie, sorry mom was such a bitch last night. She hardly ever found She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away. And then when she said she is home, she takes it out on you. Because you're not a member of the family, she knows you can't call her out on it. I'm sorry. It's okay. I know she's just jealous of her cool and free-willing lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky. My mom lives in Florida, and you have your mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being totally serious. My mom was a psycho-Christian who had a new husband. Don is just a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So would you rather live with your mom in Florida? No. Yep. What's this? It's a stub. Kink FM, Earth, Wind, and Fire. No cameras. Wah. Knock knock. Sam, the skull is the coolest thing I found in Mexico. It was like $3 American. Merry Christmas. I miss you. L. Treasure it always. This right here is why AI will never be able to fully thrive. This. The most important thing you as a creator can do is create by your own hands. That your penmanship, your nimbleness, dexterity, delicateness, delicately, to just make something yours by how you scratch a word on paper with either a pen, a pencil, a crayon, a watercolor brush. You leave your mark on this world in a way that the machines never can. This is all you need. Anyone can be an artist. Just how do you put your heart into what you're working on? That's the big important question. Very well designed. Hi, Jan. Oh. Hi, Jan. I got 2 tickets for EWF on Thursday. But my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. It leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in. More fun than clearing the brush in the freezing rain, right? So that's where that ticket came from. Oh, what postcards I sent. Hi Mom, hi Dad, and Sam. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I gotten to see all the art, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling and sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. Mom, we'll have to come back together. I'd love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics, as in pieces of important dead people. So you should come too. Next up, Barcelona. Calm down, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull. Probably. And that's where we were. While all of this was happening, my sister was discovering herself. Yeah, girl justice. Grade 11. Distributing inappropriate materials on school grounds. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this writing so that we are absolutely clear. You're grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for anything but going to and from school. We understand what you're going through, but we cannot allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie's at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so this won't happen again. Dad.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
This is the part of the game that hits so hard for me. That slowly is still something that's difficult and relevant to face. That is something I do not have the answers to hold for, but I can only hold and guide you on and just tell you to keep fighting, to not be yourself, because at the end of the day, the only person who really knows you, in and out, is you. Always, always, always be true to who you are. First and foremost. And this is where a lot of the love is shown in this family. Here, that the father is facing challenges of creating the wife who loves him to keep going, to keep pushing. The gets nice. First off, congratulations, Janice Greenbrier, Regional Director. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. You sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. You're sure there's something going on there? He said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You're sure they're not serious? Okay. Well, we have to figure this out when we'll see each other. In person. Enough of the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Soon. Carol. How sweet. So yeah. That's her supporting the old college roommate. Always being there for the ways. Hello. We're home. What's in the fridge? Read note. Sam's working schedule. Good on her. Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Blair request the honor of your presence the marriage of their daughter, Helen Margaret. Mr. Richard Morris Patermark, Sunday the 4th of June, 1995. Well, you know what? This is okay. This is fully interactable. I like that. That's beautiful. Pardon me, as my voice is starting to get a little weary. Ooh. The Accidental Savior. Terrence L. Greenbrier. Looks like he's slowly getting his work out there. Samantha and Daniel were in the woods one day. It was sunny, and they were on an adventure. But they went to the bad part of the world and got dark. Daniel said, "Are you scared?" So Samantha said, "No, are you?" They led and went to more of the bad part, and they went apart in the airship. On an ocean, Samantha said, "I'll be the captain and you be the first mate, Dana." And I, captain, went to the pirates. Cute. That's absolutely
Daniel
cute.
finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
Change. The change in seasons. Change in emotions. The change of becoming and understanding and growing. Sometimes the scariest things is to grow apart from what was once there, from what was once always. I'll catch my breath. One moment. Let me find the music in this area, and then we can. Congratulations on your new position. Having received your formal acceptance letter, I wrote to congratulate you on your new position as Regional Conservation Director of the State Forestry Service. We wish you luck on your final weeks at Flintlock National Forest, and very much look forward to welcoming you at your new desk, the State Forestry, 8 a.m. May 1st. Well then. Katie comes home. We'll call with the exact date. Anniversary trip. Well, fully stocked pantry. Really? No music for this one, huh? Unless I missed it. The Accidental Pariah. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, First, let me say that I hope this missive finds you well. Hell, feels like a goddamn miracle that it finds you at all. Do you know how long we've been trying to track you down? We aren't the feds, the men in black, or any sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. Unknown Dimensions is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles type out there. Mass market shunning visionary expression that refuses to be taken on anything but its own terms. An unparalleled run since our inception of 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ or zombie-like, timeless works such as N.N. Bestman's message of the Snake Man, It's Inside Me by Jens Keller, and Emil Krieger's oft-banned Venusian Flesh Traders. But ever since we discovered the tattered copies of your Accidental series at a church rummage sale in Long Branch, and been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American art-souder art. John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history revising psychopath by night. This is the twisted peacekeeper the modern suburban America deserves. It is our mission to bring him back to life. We want your permission to reprint your work since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want to supply a new foreword of the books to appear in the brand new editions of Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah. Be produced by Unknown Dimension as a limited run, marketed directly by our highly discerning customer base. We look forward to embarking with you and the thrusting of your work screaming back in the sweating palms of unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Blast off. Kaz Madish, Kaczynski Publisher. That's beautiful. The reason why I say that's beautiful is because as a writer, as a creator, as an artist, to find worth and value in your work is the hardest struggle to face. To wait and see and find and wait for to be found. That's always been the worst. I will take that water now though. I do need it. Oh, much better. Cold water. Ease out the voice.
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country, the other side of the world. My mind, can't process it. That she's really going to be gone. Just gone.
I've had this kind of story happen before. To let go. To have to say goodbye. To not be heard. To not be seen. For a long time. From those that you love. To not hear from them. To worry about their fate. To worry about whether or not that you'll regain contact once more. It is the hardest thing that anyone who does love can do. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3 to 7. We camping out in the gorge, but we'll give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen's still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good, Dad. Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the run of the whole house till you leave. Imagine actually spending a night in my room instead of sneaking to our usual spot in the attic. Not that the attic doesn't have its musty allure in the bedroom. Or... Sam, we should defile on your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show them. Lonnie, you're gross. Never change. Sam. Cute. That's cute. You go, girls. I know there's something up there. I can't remember what and where. I know there's something up here. I can't remember what. There was something specific. Maybe it's there. No? No, I guess not. Oh. Bratmobile. Some special. Yes. That's something I miss about going and finding indie rock bands. Just cute little Lonnie. Lonnie is out there. Some special. That's beautiful. Okay. Wait a minute. I think I know where it was. 'Cause there's a basketball you can get. Let's see, is there the bike? Yes. Okay, so I need to throw it there, if I remember correctly. A milk, a soda can. No? Oh, I guess not. Maybe it was the other way? Question mark. Oh well. I know there's a ball up there somewhere. That's okay. Yeah. Those indie rock bands, from the stories I've from when I was adventuring in my studies. Very unique sound, very similar to this. Hi Mom, Dad, and Sam. I have a wonderful time on the beaches of Barcelona. Dad and Sam, I think you like the Gaudi architecture. It's from a strange alien world. I'm headed to my final destination, Amsterdam. For how long? That depends. I am running low on money. I'll look for a cheap standby ticket and you can call me when I'm headed home. Sorry for the short notice. I can't wait to see y'all again. It'll be good to be home. Love, Katie. Oh. Yep. Booted out. A going away show for Lenny D. Girl Scout lasts forever. All ages, 3+. Hell yeah. That's what we saw in the basement.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
Yeah. Those moments to the final goodbyes. That's always the hardest. And when you have those grand gestures, it only makes it hurt more. That much more. Okay. I'm cooking. Not much in here. Nothing. It's just a bathroom. No more secret compartments here. Another bathroom, detergent. It's the laundry room. Sam, I wish I knew how to explain it better. The army is this thing I grew up with. It's a part of me. My dad's army friends are like family. I've always known it was where I'd end up. I'd never thought of it any other way. I wish things could be different. Maybe someday, when I'm settled at a base, and you're done with college, and you're a famous writer, and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed. Things will be different, and we can be together. Until then, well. And that's something I do want to comment about young love. And that, especially in that time when you're facing an unknown future and you feel like you have the road set out, built for you, that you only have the path that you've been taught to follow, that it's the only path you're locked in. But it's not. The future is not set in stone. The past cannot be rewritten, but the future can. But you have to write the words now, what they are, what they represent, and what they do. Let's continue. We're in the garden. It's a lovely greenhouse. That note is higher than I can hit. What's this? The accidental human. Sorry. Strong Pines Couples Counseling Retreat. Another dimension. Looks like it runs in the family. As a writer, it is important to make sure you have all your things. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved the president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future. Danger and excitement. The days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him, his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you save this time will be your own. That's crazy. From the pen of Terrence L. Greenbrier. Dear Kaz, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. Cover art is really something. I know you've said that Unknown Dimension isn't the business of printing new material. This revived interest in my work has brought a new wave of inspiration, building a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you might find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective, not forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. And like this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimensions to pursue. At the very least, I am grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to the end quite when I thought they had. My thanks and regards, Terrence L. Greenbrier. Yes. And that is why, if you have a dream, if you have something that you want to work on, are passionate about, chase it. Because there's not going to be anyone else like you to write that story, to draw that line a certain way, to create something special, unique, that even if it's a small niche, fits into a very special place, the hearts of those who are there. I think being separated isn't the scariest part sometimes. It's when you meet again later and found out both of you have changed so much to be able to connect in the same way anymore. That, especially that, to grow apart, become due to two different people than when you first initially found that fire. I know that all too well. But sometimes that fire can reignite, and it'll be just as bright, beautiful, burning. And sometimes that reunion creates a fire that's warm, tame, gentle. Earth fire. And that feeling, that warmth, becomes home. We'll do it. Secret door under the stairs, midnight, June 5. Final preparations are complete.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
I know that feeling all too well. Trying to escape the burden of being responsible, trying to follow that path that was set for you initially, to hurt the ones you have to leave behind. But let's hear once more.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam. Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
It seems that something is more than we thought. Possession and exorcism, interacting with the supernatural and unwanted spirits. Huh. The food pyramid. Cute.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Sam? Are you there? Sam, I'll always remember what we had. Stay strong. Kick ass. I love you. Lonnie.
Oh my god. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
And the heart knows what it wants. You chase it. And you have full faith in it. That fire burning in it. With what you have and what you know. What you can achieve. Something beyond beautiful.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
Happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride Month. And so that's Gone Home. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. My name is Fives, and I am here to help you find the secrets that are hidden within this life, in this realm of these worlds that we call home. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Thank you for experiencing and reliving this story with me. If you wish to see more, let me know. For the VODs will be up on YouTube. You're welcome to leave a comment if you'd like. What games would you like me to play? I still want to do some more Hades. I want to finish that soon. I want to try to get through Bayonetta. I want to play some Elden Ring and some Souls-likes. But for now, I think this kind of pace is what I want and what I need. Until it's time to actually start taking up and doing more. But for now, wherever you are in the world, my beauties, know that you are loved, you are safe, and you are cared for, and that you matter, and you can make a difference. You have a dream, chase it. You have a heart, trust it. You have a mind, build it. Grow, become amazing. I know you can. Thank you. Of course, Catalando. Thank you. Catalado. I keep putting an N in there for some reason. How did you all like the game? How did you like the experience? How did I do? What did you like about the stream? I'm just trying to find a raid target, but I don't think there is one available right now. There's an end in everything. Yes, there is. Absolutely. There. Well, if there's no raid target, if there is no... yeah. I enjoy the bittersweetness of it. Yeah. That's what makes it a good game. It's a very real game. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Honestly though, like, this game means everything to me. The story, the aesthetic, the time. It really is lightning in a bottle. Pardon me. Hmm. Yes. But I think this is a good spot to end it on. There's not much more I can say. I would like to relax before I need to start my day. So with that, thank you so much for watching, my beauties. Until next time, my name is Fives. And we'll see you all on the next one.